another episode of On the Move Unscripted with Patricia M. Goins and Mr. Scott over there.
I'm in the house. Mr. Stout's back here.
Yes, and I have been blessed with the opportunity at DBS Sounds to interview the legendary Grammy nominee, award-winning artist, actor. Oh, guys, you got a lot of stuff. Miss Ann Nesby. How you doing?
Right.
If I could just give you a hug. Oh, my God.
Yes, I'm a hugger.
Listen, I have been listening to you since I was a puppy, you see what? The song, Optimistic, and I Believe, I grew up like that kept me going. But I don't want to, say a whole lot. I want to take you down the memory lane, the yellow brick road like Dorothy.
Okay.
And just tell me, where did your love for music come from? Where did you get your start? And, whatever else you want the listeners to know.
Okay, my beginning in music definitely came from my family. My father and mother both sang, and they had quartet groups. Okay. They rehearsed at our house. One day of the week, my father's group men would practice, their groups would practice, and then later in the week, my mother's quartet group with the women would practice.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, we were at church every Sunday, probably all day on Sunday.
You're from Chicago, right?
Actually, I'm from about 25 miles outside of Chicago, in Joliet, Illinois.
Okay.
And usually when I say Joliet, people say, "Oh, you from the prison?" Because there's a state prison and a federal prison there. So I think a lot of times people's family move from wherever they are to Joliet to be near someone in their family that might have been in a prison, and then they end up staying there. So that's what they always say. Well, you from the prison?
I used to live in Chicago. I've been in Joliet.
Yes. Oh, great.
Yeah.
What part of Chicago are you from?
West Side.
All right.
Listen.
All right. That's not too far from Joliet.
Yeah, no, it's not. It sure isn't. Blue Line.
Oh, yeah.
West Jackson Boulevard.
Absolutely.
I had to leave because little Ray and them was trying to take over.
Well, I did most of my professional work out of Chicago. I used to go to the Robert Taylor homes and rehearse with Moving Life. I sang with his group, and I would be there. I went from there to gospel music workshop of America and the Chicago chapter with S.E. Lane, the Allegra chapter of the gospel music workshop, James Cleveland's workshop.
Wow.
And from there, I had an opportunity to work with who you know now, one of the gospel greats, Donald Lawrence.
Okay, yes, I love his music.
I sang one of his songs because the workshop is a big network for people who write, play, or sing to connect. And we were going to do an album every year. And I went on first, and I did the first recording for the workshop with Mr. Clee, Richard White, who lived here. That was in Cincinnati.
How long ago was that?
And I think that might have been like 84.
Because you don't look like you know what, about 40, 25.
I wish I were. Our oldest daughter is 53.
You lying!
Wow, that's nice.
Yes,
Beautiful. Oh,
in fact, my oldest daughter is singing the music that I used to sing with Sounds of Blackness, traveling with them now.
Oh, wow.
That's
And
great.
she was the second lead on the verse of Optimistic.
Wow.
Let me tell you, that song
Dropped a
just
jewel like
moves
that.
me.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
moves me.
Thank you.
So I
Thank
know
you.
that you, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis,
Terry
and
Lewis.
Janet Jackson saw y'all and was like, yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, I did Donald Lawrence's first off-Broadway show. It was a gospel cabaret, Sing Hallelujah, and I did that with him. And when I returned, that's when I went to Sounds of Blackness. I went to visit my sister, who had been a part of the group for about 10 years. She and my nephew, who plays the drums for the group, they were there. They were doing the Christmas play that they did every year, the night before Christmas, the musical fantasy. Which then they weren't doing Soul Holiday yet. We hadn't written it yet. But I went in and I played the mother role in the show. 3 of the women that had done it before weren't available doing other things. I went in to do the mother's role, and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were recording Janet Jackson's album and brought her to the show for an outing. And when she heard the group, she was like, oh, you gotta put them out there. Because there's nothing out there like that, and we need this kind of music.
Yeah, she was so right.
Yeah.
She was so right.
And they were in the process right there of starting their label. And Sounds of Blackness and Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Flight Time, they were very closely connected because, you know, in Minneapolis, there was such a small community of African American people that Sounds of Blackness and Flight Time would generally be like if the say if the mayor was having something, Sounds of Blackness would open the show, and then Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis Flight Time, they would close it out with the dance at the end of the party. So it was like a big community, a family. In fact, Sounds of Blackness started at the California College, which is a predominantly white college. And they formulated Gary Hines and Russell Knight formed a black student union choir for the college. And then when people started graduating, because it was such a social joint in college with so few African Americans, when they started graduating, they didn't want to leave because it was their social. So they took it out of the college and moved to the community center, which was inevitably was the the elementary school that Prince went to before they made it the community center. And it's Sabachthani Community Center, they named it that. And Sounds of Blackness began to be a community choir. And then by the time I got there, they were celebrating their 20th anniversary. And my sister had been leading the group for about 10 years when I came in.
Look, you stepped with the face.
Only God.
Come on
Only
now.
God.
Come on.
That is an amazing story.
Yes. And that's why I feel like, you know, we can't really talk about you without talking about that, because Optimistic and Believe paved the way. God used that music to continue to inspire people, to encourage people throughout the year. So I know that you was with the label with Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and then you went on and got signed with Universal, and now you have your own label, right?
Yes.
So tell us about your label.
Time Child Records.
Come on now.
We have been in the industry for those years with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and A&M Records. Perspective Records was a subsidiary of A&M. And when A&M bought Perspective Records, I was one of only 2 black artists that went with A&M.
So is your new album, which is Anniversary,
yes.
Is that from your label?
That is from my label.
Oh, now! Independent artist! I told y'all!
Absolutely. So it's Time Record came about because we wanted to be able to encourage and sign and teach young artists coming along that we have to help each other, and we wanted to network with young people that were out there struggling without a platform. So my husband and I, who's also my manager, Mr. Timothy Lee, he and I said, well, it's time.
It's time.
It's time. And I'm so ghetto, I had to add the child.
You got fans
Oh, yeah, they're waiting for it right now. It is time. The DBS Sounds.
Out there, they give me the cutthroat. You know,
Right.
So as we're exiting and as you go out to, because you're going to perform?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, and then you're going to be signing your album. One quick question as we walk out the door. What made you decide to go back to CDs and albums to promote this new album?
Because this is where adult music is going, and we're trying to give adult music just a boost, because people of a certain age have a life too, and we want them to be able to play the music and hear the music the the way they were accustomed to hearing it. And the industry is going back to vinyl as well.
So you have a website?
I do.
What's your website?
AnnNesby.com and all the other platforms available.
She don't play no games. AnnNesby.com. Stop playing with her.
Right.
Listen here.
Old
You better
school.
take it from the legend. You better go artists. Y'all better go out there and get y'all some CDs and vinyl records. Because AI ain't playing with y'all. They don't care about y'all. I
All right.
appreciate you so
Thank
much
you so
for
much.
coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes.
All right.
And thanks to DBS Sounds
DBS.
in Riverdale,
Yes, sir.
Georgia. Peace and love to you.
Peace and love to you.
Y'all go get her album. Y'all stop playing.
Anniversary.
All right.
Anniversary. I didn't even get to ask you. So, is anniversary about all your music, or it's about your love affair? Which one is
It's about love in general and making it to an